James McGee. He's a dentist from South Austin. And we got up on the morning of December 23rd and opened the Austin American-Statesman, if it's still called that, the Statesman. And there's an article that James McGee wrote about Austin, and it mentioned KOKE FM. So we were extremely excited, and I finally tracked him down. And here he is, Dr. James McGee.
Thank you very much, Scott and Bob. I'm so happy to be here.
That's right. Thanks for coming all the way down.
I'm very proud to be at the Joe Gracie Memorial Studio here. Joe is a huge part of my young life, and the story talks about that a lot. And he was just fantastic. It was an all new thing, and we felt like we turned on the radio, and we were all gathered in a huge room, and Joe would come in and introduce us to Willie Nelson and Waylon Jennings, and it was just game on from there. Progressive country just took off, and then there'd be the Rolling Stones. He'd play the Rolling Stones, and then the Allman Brothers, and then Tom T. Hall, and then back to the hardcore country again.
Beatles.
The Beatles, yeah. He played them all. He played them all, yeah. And it was really such a it was a tense time. Life was a little uncertain at that time due to the Vietnam War and things like that winding down, and it was a real relief for us to have something like that, and to be able to just go somewhere and really relax and enjoy something so new and different.
When that debuted, what year?
That was 72 is when the station came on.
How old were you then?
I was 19, I guess, 18, 19, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I would have been about, what are you laughing at? I'm trying to remember how old I was. I wasn't here, though. I think I was 15, right about that time. Yeah. But when it just resonated, as they say, with me, and Troy, I know you and I are about the same age. Mm-hmm. I don't think folks, they think we're, and I often think it too, we're living in the most scary times where the future may be in doubt. We worry about the country. But I get to thinking about 1968, 1969, 1970, what historians have kind of called a crack in time, when they were shooting Martin Luther King and Bobby Kennedy and the war. And, man, it really, at least from my perspective as a very young teenager then, I really did think the world was teetering on the precipice of ending.
It was difficult. It was uncertain, and
it was.
There were a lot of things going on. You got your draft number. I remember exactly where I was on the road in Pasadena, Texas, when they called out my number 290. And so I wasn't eligible for the draft, but then I started talking to my...
So you went ahead and had a beer, right?
Yeah. I pulled over right there by Gillies and had a beer. Yeah, no, but I had friends that were like number 16, and what they did, they had a lottery, and they called numbers out on the radio, and you just you found out if you were eligible or not, and it was tough.
They were incredibly different times.
Yeah.
So you're sharing a perspective with us, if I hear correctly, that KOKE FM in that day here in Austin played a little bit of a healing role for everybody, kind of bringing them together, bringing a lot of diverse kinds of folks together.
Very much so, and it was just so new, and everything was cutting edge. We'd never heard these songs before, and some of them that were classic country tunes we'd never heard that Joe Gracie would introduce to us, and we fell in love with Tom T. Hall of all people.
You didn't know who he was.
Yeah, I didn't know who we knew. Ernest Tubb and Mickey Gilley and Johnny Cash and all that. But Willie wasn't even famous much at that point.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
Not in '72.
Yeah, and then there was like Rita Coolidge and
Chris Christopherson.
Yeah, there's just so many new names that hit us there, and it was a real respite. It was a place to relax and just sort of enjoy ourselves and quit worrying about things so much.
And for those just joining us, the Statesman does a feature every weekend. Is it on Sundays? Is that what we said?
It's every other Sunday.
Every other Sunday. Mm-hmm. It's called Tales of the City. Am I correct?
That's it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I guess they invite folks to. I know some folks that have written stories for the Statesman, and they've had them for years and still haven't run them. So apparently they're pretty selective about who or what gets printed.
Yeah, I sent mine in, and a couple of days later, I got a email from Brenda Bell, the editor there, and she said, "Come down here and get your picture taken.
Wow!
Your essay is going to be in the Statesman."
That quickly?
It was quick.
Yeah, well, that tells you something about the content. They liked what you and how you wrote, because again, I have friends who are writers, and they're still waiting after a couple of years. I guess they ought to give up.
Yeah, they may have to give up. Yeah.
Well, how about that? And I pulled up the article again this morning, and we're framing it here because in all of your great memories of how Austin, a city of possibilities, has changed, many things have not changed. One of the things that you concluded with was that there was hope for Austin. You felt pretty good about it because, I'm paraphrasing it, the really good news is that KOKE FM is back on the air.
Yes, and very excited when we heard about that. I have a great friend in Washington, D.C., and he was my roommate, and we listened to Coke all the time. But we found out it was coming back on again, and that Bob Cole was going to be the voice. It was just great news to us.
Really?
Yes, and so we were very excited.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And of course, we didn't know you. None of us knew you.
Right.
Now, it turns out you know Ron Chandler because you've been around a long time. He's one of your patients?
Right, he is.
Yeah.
I saw that on the website. I was looking through all the salespeople and so on, and I saw Ron's name on there. I was like, my goodness, it's a small world.
I gave him that smile you had to be thinking.
There you go.
He got a good one. Yeah, he does. And so we all were just as surprised as anybody to pick up the paper that Sunday and see this from somebody that we decided that day we want to get to know, Dr. James McGee, longtime dentist in South Austin.
That's right.
And then Scotty had this great idea. Why don't we ask him to be our celebrity today?
That's right. We do our Wally's Menswear Celebrity Sing-Along, and it's my task to find the celebrity. And it's like, let's just do this together. And I talked to you about it. You said, sure, I'm in. You were so excited to be doing this with us, and we
I didn't
really
pick up on
appreciate
the
it.
excitement.
Oh, well.
I really didn't.
Well, you should have heard him when I called him. I called his office because I couldn't find him, and I couldn't find him through Statesman, so I called his office.
Okay, let me give you my version of it.
Yeah.
Scotty walked in here a little while ago and said, hey, your mission, if you decide to accept, is to sing. He tells him, Troy, Johnny Horton's Battle of New Orleans. And Dr. McGee said, well, that'll be fun. I didn't see all that excitement you were talking about.
Perhaps he's not excited about the song itself, but he was excited to be joining us for the celebrity sing-along.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you for that. Yeah, I was looking at the story here as we go to the break. Some of your memories of this time in Austin. I would labor over whether to go to the Armadillo World headquarters for the new Riders of the Purple Sage, or go over to Soap Creek Saloon for Augie Meyer and Marcia Ball, or maybe catch an impromptu set by Willie at the Chicken Ranch on South Congress. Coke would announce that Jerry Jeff Walker would be playing at a new club, and the first 10 people got in free. So we'd run out to Dobie and be numbers 3, 4, and 5 in line.
Exactly. Yeah, they had a deal one night. They advertised Willie Nelson, Sammy Smith, and Kenneth Threadgill were going to be doing a video. They were going to make a TV show, and it was Lone Star was a sponsor. And they said the first 10 people in line will get in free. And there we were sitting at tables, and Willie Nelson was walking around visiting with everyone. Sammy Smith, Kent, they all played. And it was one of the first ACL type things, It was like
and you were there.
a TV show. Yeah, it was sponsored by Lone Star. Yeah, it was great.
Sammy Smith, Willie, and who else you said?
Kenneth Threadgill.
Kenneth Threadgill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was really great. Yeah,
Wow, man.
Yeah,
that is something.
Great show.
Indeed. Well, Dr. McGee, thanks for joining us this morning. Going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll do it. The Wally's Menswear Fun Friday Celebrity Sing-Along. Good morning. It's 8:26.
It's time to celebrate.
All right, mighty fine, Doc.
Saviors and cheers, let's raise a glass to the next 50 years.
Respect, fun, spirits, and fine food. World-class service, that's all about you.
Shot specs, it's how we do. A huge selection since 62. Shot specs, low priced, amazing. Here's to you. Shot cheers to savings.
Shop Specs.
50 years in the Lone Star State. A one-stop shop so you're never late. Price is so low that you want to know.
Which way to Specs?
Come on, let's go.
Specs, fun, spirits, and fine foods. World-class service, that's all about you.
Shop specs, it's how we do. A huge selection since 62. Shop specs, low priced, amazing. Here's to you. Cheers to savings.
Williamson County Equipment Company is your one-stop shop for all your Case IH equipment. Tractors from the Farmall Compacts to the large Steiger four-wheel drive, tillage equipment, combines, and early riser planters. You know what Case IH has for you to use to improve your productivity. I don't need to list all those. What I do need to tell you is that the sales team at Williamson County Equipment Company will make your Case IH buying experience hassle-free and as easy as can be. Even offering 0% financing on Case IH equipment. What a deal! Go see Williamson County Equipment Company for quality Case IH products and the best time you can have buying your farming and ranching equipment. Williamson County Equipment Company and Case IH want to make your business profitable and hassle-free. Williamson County Equipment Company, 1-800-201-0749. That's 1-800-201-0749. Williamson County Equipment Company.
Scotty Bennett told me they're great. And then there was Charlie Broyle. She said, I loved them. What were they talking about? Well, there's just several of the people that told me some time ago about Van Rossen Contracting. And now, Bob Cole, I get to tell you about Van Rossen Contracting. Linda and I used Van Rossen to redo a bathroom that we wanted to do for 25 years. That's a long time. And I'm telling you, I don't know how we lived without it. It was flawless, it was quick, and they were really, really great. You know, when it comes to remodeling companies, a lot of construction companies will do remodels. They don't want to. They want to do new construction. Remodeling's a very special animal, and that's why we've recommended them to so many folks who have all told us they are, in fact, outstanding. They are, in fact, just a family company here in Austin, Texas, and they do remodels, and they do quality, and they do it A to Z. In fact, they've been doing it for over 30 years. They ain't new at it. The son, he's there. That's Nick. You want to remodel something at your house on the inside or outside? Just go to VanRossenContracting.com or check our partner page at KOKEFM.com. That's Van Rossen, VanRossun, Contracting.com.
Hello, baby! Keep this number handy. You may want to call in one morning. Your studio line is 451-5653. That's 451-KOKE.
829 at KOKE FM. Scotty Bennett is keeping track of all of, not all, but as many of the great things that are going on around Austin, Central Texas. So before we get to our Wally's Menswear Fun Friday Celebrity Sing-Along, David Anderson, are you back ready? You getting ready?
I'm here.
Troy Kimmel, you getting ready?
I'm here.
Eric Raines, are you gonna sing today?
This is one of my favorite all-time
So
songs.
you will?
That my granddaddy sang.
Okay, this could be very good. You've got those kind of memories attached to it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the old Battle of New Orleans. I'm sorry that Sammy Allred's not here. Of course, Sammy and Bob Mondays will be here Monday. Yeah. But this was the first song that he and I ever sang together that actually started the whole sing-along thing.
Wow.
In 1814, we took a little trip. That
Love
one,
the
right?
song. Yep.
Wallace Jones Jackson down in Mighty Mississippi.
You got it.
Took a little bacon, took a little beans, fought the bloody British in a town called New Orleans.
I remember singing this when I was like 3 years old. I love this song.
Yeah, just 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So, Scotty, what is going on this weekend first?
Well, let's start. Tomorrow morning is the MDA Muscle Walk out at Barton Creek Mall. Registration starts at 7:30.
All right, hold on, let me stop you. This is a very big deal to Scotty. Scotty's on this board. Scotty has a form of muscular dystrophy. His dad did. His daughter did. This is a big deal. And I'm sorry I didn't get to this earlier this morning. I know we mentioned it early in the week. Early in the morning, early in the week. But Scotty is looking for folks to sponsor his walk team this weekend. The Muscle Walk.
Correct.
Kind of an odd name, but memorable.
It works. It works.
Yeah. And, if you feel inclined, would you go to our website, the morning show page at KOKEFM.com. Why don't you move that on up to the top?
I will.
And donate to the good cause.
There's a link right there that says click here to see Scotty Bennett's team, and you go straight to the MDA webpage, and you can register for the team. You don't have to come tomorrow, but we'd love to see you.
So they can sponsor you.
They can sponsor the team. And then tomorrow we walk at 9 a.m.
What's the typical sponsorship? What do people...
$39 to $100, because $39 pays for a minute of research for MDA.
So the typical sponsorship from someone is about
$39.
Wish I'd known that before I gave you 100.
Yeah, by the way, I need to ask you about that. But we really appreciate it. We're going to have a lot of fun at Barton Creek Mall. There's going to be marching bands there. KXN's going to be out there. And then I'm going to be outside. We're going to have a fire truck pull. I'm going to have my DJ system set up. We'll play some music and have a lot of outdoor activities and have some awards. But it's going to be from about 9 a.m. till about noon out at Barton Creek Mall. So come on out. The information is on the page on KOKEFM.com.
Very good. Aren't our friends at Case doing the Make-A-Wish radiothon at Barton Creek Mall right now?
They're at Lakeline, I believe.
Oh, they're at Lakeline.
Yes.
I thought they were at Barton Creek.
Lakeline.
Okay, I was going to say, there's going to be a lot going on there tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, and a very worthwhile project, obviously,
Absolutely.
as well. What else this weekend?
Tomorrow night, we have a big Young Texans Against Cancer benefit starting at 1 o'clock at a chili cook-off at Stubbs Barbecue. And then live music kicks off at 5 with Drew Womack and Del Castillo at 7 o'clock. It's at Stubbs Barbecue downtown, Young Texans Against Cancer. And also over in Thorndale, that's tomorrow night, 6 to 10 p.m. at the Thorndale Volunteer Fireman's Hall. It's a Denim and Diamonds dance. It's all for a great cause, only $5 to get in. Y'all can come on out to Thorndale Denim and Diamonds dance tomorrow night, 6 to 10 p.m.
Helping the Relay for Life, right?
Absolutely.
Is that it?
Yes, sir.
That's it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Before we get to the celebrity sing-along, let me mention if you're running around with a dingle, a dangle, or a dent in your vehicle, you might want to get it fixed. And we might want to send you, in fact, we do, to, we think, one of the very best places you can possibly find, and that's one of the 3 AMM Collision Centers. AMM used to stand for Austin Motor Mile because that's where they started, but over the years, they've grown so successful. They've been able to move to bigger locations to get state-of-the-art equipment. And I am not just running a fancy phrase by you. Nobody has better body shop equipment, and it's really good stuff that makes your vehicle not only as good as new, but better than new, as does AMM. And when we say better than new, the work will be warranted, guaranteed, for a lifetime, as long as you own it. And, of course, that car you're driving around right now is not guaranteed for a lifetime, so it's a pretty good deal if you were to need their assistance. 3 locations. They're on Manchac Road just before it ends. They're at 1626 in Dripping Springs and in Kyle. The best equipment, the best technicians, meaning the workmen and women, and, of course, the best attitude you're going to find. AMM Collision Centers, a reputation, well, you know.
AMM Collision, a reputation. AMM Collision. Wow. A reputation is no accident.
Okay, AMM has the best equipment. We don't, however.
Oh, wow. Hey, Bob, I was gonna make a correction, and I know we love our friends over at Case 101. They're at Barton Creek Mall.
You're right.
That's what I thought.
To help out the kids and obviously go over there and donate.
That's where I thought they were.
Make-A-Wish is a great
So
cause.
they're going to be there, and you're going to be there.
Well, they'll be there today. I'll be there tomorrow.
I thought that went for a couple of days. Doesn't that go into Saturday?
Ooh, I don't know.
They're broadcasting live right now. Today.
It is just today.
Very good. All right, it is time for the Wally's Menswear Fun Friday Celebrity Sing-Along. And once again, Scotty, our celebrity is...
James McGee, Dr. James McGee from South Austin, Mr. Dentist.
There you go.
All right. So you're taking the lead.
You're going to take it.
And then we're going to come along and join you.
All right.
And wherever you are today, in your cars, trucks, SUVs, minivans, at your home, at your office, at your shop, out there in the field, you got to join us. Crank up your radio. Here it goes. The Johnny Horton Classic, Battle of New Orleans. Troy, you ready?
In 1814, we took a little trip
Along with Colonel Jackson down the mighty Mississippi. We took a little bacon and we took a little beans, and we fought the bloody British in the town of New Orleans. We fired our guns and the British kept coming. There wasn't as many as there was a while ago. We fired once more and they began to running down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico.
We looked down the river and we seen the British come, and there must have been 100 of them beating on the drum. They stepped so high and they made the bugles ring. We stood beside our cotton bales and didn't say a thing.
Fired our guns and the British kept a-coming. There wasn't as many as there was a while ago. We fired once more and they began to run down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico.
David Anderson.
Old Hickory said we could take them by surprise if we didn't fire muskets till we looked them in the eyes. We held our fire till we seen their faces well. Then we opened up with squirrel guns and really gave them well.
We fired our guns and the British kept a-coming. There wasn't as many as there was a while ago. We fired once more and they began to run down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico.
Here we go now.
Dr. McGee.
Yeah, they ran through the briars and they ran through the brambles and they ran through the bushes where a rabbit couldn't go. They ran so fast that the hounds couldn't catch them. Down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico.
We fired our
Headed to the barrel of the town. We grabbed an alligator and we fired another round. We filled his head with cannonballs, powdered his behind, and when we touched the powder off, the gator lost his mind.
Fired our guns and the British kept a-coming. There wasn't as many as there was a while ago. We fired once more and they began to running down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico.
Eric Raines.
Yeah, they ran through the briars and they ran through the brambles and they ran through the bushes where a rabbit couldn't go. They
hard part stuff. Dr. James McGee.
Yeah.
All
Thank
right.
you very much. Very proud to be here along with Bob
Doctor,
Cope.
thank you. Oh, believe me, our pleasure. And by the way, we'd be remiss if we didn't say that Wally's Menswear has been around for 47 years. They're there in the Cassis Village Shopping Center, right across from Cassis Elementary School, where they've been now, obviously, all these years. And what's great is when you go in there to buy menswear, they don't have appliances and they don't have food like a big box store. Good old-fashioned Austin, Texas business. Go see them and please support them. And, Doctor, thank you. Boy, you should see the collection the doctor has. You have actually kept over all these years the original Roper KOKE FM sticker. Look at that. Called it Progressive Country on what was then Stereo 95.
Stereo 95, yep. It was really something.
You know what station that is now, don't you?
95.5.
That's magic now.
Yeah, we listen to Magic at work, yeah.
Yeah, well, let's just fix that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I told that.
No, it's just for the patients, yeah.
They got that seductive music, or what's the word I'm looking for? Relaxing music.
Yeah, try to keep everybody calm down there.
Yeah.
You don't want to get everybody riled up with the sing-alongs while you're trying to get their teeth worked on, okay?
I hope we didn't hurt your business too much being there this morning. Seriously, you did a terrific job. And
thank you.
Again, thank you for taking us back in history, not just on the radio, but in the Statesman there on the morning of December the 23rd, a surprise to so many folks. But reading about old Austin, but what I liked about what you wrote in closing, I want to enforce is, you didn't do what a lot of folks typically do, and sometimes myself, just bemoan the old days and say, it's all changed, it's no good anymore. You, in fact, concluded it is still fine.
It's doing great. Things are getting just better and better around here. We live in a great city, and there's no doubt about it. When you go somewhere and you tell someone you're from Austin, Texas, they're like, really? Tell me about that.
Great?
Yeah, they really are interested, and it's becoming a worldwide city, and we've got everything going for us here. We've got the food, we've got the music, and we've got KOKE FM and Bob Cole now.
Whoa, listen to that. Ain't it great to be alive in Austin, Texas? Dr. James McGee, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Well, Eric, all these years. I never knew you could sing.
Oh, he can sing.
How about that? Finally got it today.
I realize we're matching.
20 till 9. We'll be right back.
Get ready for the